Accessing MySQL Database using Python. With the help of mysql-connector-python module. In this lesson we will learn how to connect to MySQL server and access the databases and tables, how to insert records into tables, how to select records from tables, how to update records, how to delete records, how to create tables, how to create databases, etc. Before we begin, please ensure that the MySQL Connector-Python module is installed in your system or not. If not, then please install the module using the pip command as shown on the screen. Now the required module is installed on our systems. We will use the CWC23 database and team_points table in our example codes. Let's check the fields of the table. These are the fields and data types of the team_points table. Now let's display the records of the table. As we can see, the table has just 2 records. We will access the records from our Python code. So, let's begin coding in Python. For connecting to the MySQL database server, first we need to import the MySQL connector. The connect constructor of the MySQL connector creates a connection to the MySQL server and returns a MySQL connection object. We need to provide the user credentials such as host, user, password, database, etc. as arguments to the connect constructor. Let's use the is_connected method to check whether the connection is successful or not. And, yes, the connection is successful. We can close the connection using the close method as shown here. This is the complete code for establishing a connection to the MySQL server. Please note that instead of localhost or 127.0.0.1, we may use any valid host IP address where the MySQL is running. We may also create connection object using the connection.mysql-connection method. Now we know how to create a successful connection to the MySQL server. Let's add some code to query the team_points tables. Here is our query, select start from team_points. Connection.cursor method returns a database cursor object. We can execute SQL queries using the execution method of the cursor object. The fetchAll method of the cursor object returns all the rows of the query. Now we may iterate over the result set to access individual rows. Let's print the rows using a for loop. We have accessed all the rows from the cursor object. We may now close the cursor. And finally, close the connection. This is our complete code for establishing a database connection and execution of select query. Now let's run the code and check the result. And here are our records retrieved from the team_points table. Now let's insert a new record into the table, team_points. And here is our SQL insert statement. Now let's execute the insert statement using our cursor's execute method. The commit method may be used for committing the insert operation. Now we may close the cursor and the connection to the database. This is the complete code inserting a record into the database table. Now let's execute the code and check the result. Although no message is displayed here, the insert operation is complete. We may query the team_points table directly for confirmation. As we can see here, the insertion was successful, and the record is available in team_points table. We may also use our earlier code for selecting records for viewing the newly inserted record. And here is the output of our earlier code. So, we have also learned how to insert a record in the table. Now we will see how to update an existing record. Here is our SQL update statement. Update team_points set NRR equals 0.841 where team_ID equals AUS. Let's run the code in the terminal and check the result. Now let's display the updated records for confirmation. And the result is as per our update statement. We may also write the insert statement in a different way as shown here. The %s inside the insert statement implies that the data values will come from variables. Here we are providing the data values as a tuple. Now we need to supply two arguments to the execute method as shown here. Let's run the code now. As we can see in the terminal, the record is inserted properly. In this example, we will see how we can supply the data values of the insert statement from a Python dictionary object. So, this is our dictionary. It holds the values of the fields of the table. Now we need to modify the insert statement by incorporating the keys of the dictionary. The keys of the dictionary are actually the fields of the table. Our code modification is complete. Let's run the code in the terminal and check the result. Look, the record is inserted successfully. In this example, we will see how we can insert multiple rows in one go. Here we will use a list of tuples, each tuple being one row of the table. So, these are our new records. We will insert these records in the team_points table. Here we need to use the execute many method of the cursor object for bulk insertion of records. Now let's execute the script and check the result. As we can see, all the records are inserted into the table successfully. Here is an example of deletion of records. We will simply pass a SQL delete statement to the execute method of the cursor object. So, we have completed various CRUD operations in MySQL tables successfully. Now we will learn how to create a new database and tables inside databases. The code is very simple and intuitive, just follow me along. From the MySQL terminal, we see that the database is created successfully, and it has no tables yet. Let's create a simple table in this database. This is all for today's lesson. In this lesson we have learned how to connect to a MySQL database server and perform various CRUD operations. Thank you very much for watching this video lesson. Please like, share, comment and subscribe this channel for more such useful video lessons. Have a nice day, bye.